Walk tall and walk steady. How to turn the clock back on your balance. Hi, my name is Doug. I've been a physical therapist for 30 years, and I specialize in helping people with balance problems learn to walk again. In this video, I'm going to show you some exercises that can help you walk like you did 10 years ago. Tandem standing or heel to toe standing. What you're going to do is put one foot in front of the other and then simply let go of the chair. Now, for a lot of people, this is difficult. In fact, you might be losing your balance right now. Grab onto the chair. The goal for any of us is to be able to do this for 20 seconds with each leg forward, with 20 seconds with the left leg forward, 20 seconds with the right leg forward. It's not as easy as it looks. And if you're really struggling, there's a number of things you can do to make this easier. And you want to make it easy enough that you can actually do the exercise. You don't want to make this impossible. If you have to grab the whole time, I suggest you spread your feet apart just a little bit. Having a couple inches between your feet really makes it easier. So if doing that, you're still wiggling around, but you're able to do it, then do it this way. But if you're not struggling, definitely go heel to toe, and then just try to go for time, for 20 seconds. I know I'm not doing it for 20 seconds right now, but you at home, you can use the clock that you're seeing on the screen and then try to do this for 20 seconds on each leg. That's your goal. But I don't expect most people to be able to do that right off the bat. This is one of the best lower level balance challenge activities. I usually say standing on one leg is the best exercise, but for a lot of people that are struggling, this is the best exercise. Now, if you're really having a problem right now, you can spread your feet apart. You can also put one finger on here just to give you a little confidence. You can also put two fingers or your whole hand. But I want you to try to let go more and more. Even if you just do this, that's fine. That's an improvement. The longer you do that, the better you're going to be. The longer you can let go and not hold on, the better. The closer your feet are, the better. Okay, and keep shifting back and forth. I think we're all done with this exercise and we're ready to move on to the next exercise. Okay, so our next exercise is called weight shifts. You want to grab the back of the chair and you're just going to shift all your weight to one leg and then shift over all your weight on the other leg. Now you notice I'm letting the leg that I'm not standing on kind of go off in the air. I'm not lifting it up. I'm just letting it be in the air while I put all my weight on my other leg. And if you watch my body, I'm really shifting over a lot. Let me tell you why I'm giving you this exercise. So many people that shuffle, that don't walk well, that don't really lift their feet up, they're not doing that because they're unable to shift their weight. And usually they're afraid of shifting their weight. Why would someone be afraid? It can be an orthopedic reason, but more than likely they feel that their balance isn't going to allow them to shift their weight. And what I've learned from doing therapy is it's really important to work with those patients, those clients, and get them to shift their weight again. So I have them do this. You grab the chair, fully shift your weight on one leg, lift the other leg up. You could even pause for a second. And this is different than an exercise called hip abduction where you're lifting your leg up and down. So we're going to keep shifting our weight, standing on one leg, and then go to the other side. Now this is a 2-minute exercise, so if any point you feel tired, just stop. You can sit down. Taking a break is fine. For most of these exercises, if you are exercising about half the time in the 2 minutes, that's enough. You're going to see a lot of progress doing that. And I think actually you're going to make faster progress by resting and not making this be something that's overly tiring for you. You shouldn't get done with these exercises and feel so exhausted that you can't walk. So please take as many rests as you want and just know that's why I did this for each exercise being 2 minutes, to allow you time to rest and allow you to kind of get used to these exercises. If you're doing really well, you could even let go and do your weight shift. But most people I think that are doing this program, they're going to need a finger or both hands on that chair. So I'm going to show you with a finger. I've seen a lot of people do it that way. Okay, just a couple more and we're ready for our next exercise. Okay, our next exercise is to stand heel to toe. And this is what I call a beginner balance exercise. So I'm standing with my foot touching my heel and I'm trying to let go of the chair. Anytime I lose my balance, I got the chair to grab back onto. And I want to try to make a goal of doing it for 20 seconds on each leg. But every time I grab the chair, I want to switch which leg is forward. So take your time. You can rest whenever you want. You can stand and rest or sit down and rest if this is tiring. But if you're struggling with it, I'm going to give you a couple of hints. First of all, this exercise, you want to stay centered right over your feet. And you also should try to put as much weight on the forward foot as the backward foot, although most people feel that they're putting more weight on the back leg. You can also do this barefoot. It's a lot easier. In fact, all my balance exercises, it's always easier to do them barefoot. When you put shoes on, it does make you a little more unstable. But if you have an orthopedic problem or something wrong with your foot or your arch, then shoes actually make it easier. Okay, so every time I'm losing my balance, I'm switching legs. And if I want to make it easier, I can spread my feet apart. If I want to make it harder, I bring my feet together. And I could also hold with one finger or two fingers so that it's not too hard. Some people doing this is still a pretty good challenge. When you're doing these exercises, you want to feel that you're struggling to maintain your balance. If you don't feel that way, then you've got to make it harder. Otherwise, it's just not going to help you. I do have people that do this program and they say, it really didn't help me. And when I talk to them about it, they usually tell me, yeah, they really weren't pushing themselves, and I think that's hard for some people to find that right level where they're pushing themselves and benefiting, but not too hard. Okay, I think we're ready to move on to our next exercise. You might be wondering how these can really help you. As it turns out, most people that have trouble with their walking, most people who fall, tend not to shift their weight fully. When you walk normally, you shift your weight from side to side. You put all your weight on one leg, then you lift the other leg up off the ground to advance it. The problem is when you have a fear of falling, or when you've fallen and you're really worried about doing that again, you tend not to shift your weight. Researchers call this a stiffening strategy. It means that the person walks much more stiffly. But when you really analyze it, what you notice is it's not just that they're stiff, it's that they're not shifting their weight from side to side. So the reason these exercises can help anyone, because it can help them gain confidence in weight shifting. The first exercise, which is just called weight shifts, does just that. It is a safe way to relearn how to put all your weight on one leg and then the other. The exercise where you're standing on one leg helps reinforce this, and the longer you can stand on one leg without putting your other foot down, the better your balance is. I know these might seem overly simple, but I've watched these exercises help thousands of people regain their ability to walk confidently. I hope you found this video helpful. Click the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. If you would like more help with your balance, look in the description for a link to a course I created that can help anyone improve their balance at home.